The supervisor of elections was very honest with me. She says she recognizes there is a problem and has been working on it. Police have made it clear that the public is not in danger. So I followed up with the district with questions you want answers to. How did this happen? Will the kids in this video face any disciplinary action? And where was the teacher? I asked them, what was your response time? They said 0. We've been seeing a lot more foot traffic since the last time we spoke. There have been reports of dead fish washing ashore. There is actually a team here tearing down what's left of this event. I saw this gentleman a while back, and I think he's dressed really interestingly. Sir, you kind of caught my attention with your outfit here. We will be watching the polls. We will be watching the races. You can count on 4 in Your Corner to keep you updated with all the information. Reporting live in Estero, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
Hey guys, this is Stephanie Tinoco with Fox 4. I'm out in Lehigh today. There is a homicide investigation.
In 4 in Your Corner, pressing for answers tonight about crime rings in Southwest Florida after a teenager was targeted by someone with an AK-47. Florida woman whose conviction sparked a change in the state's gun laws is walking free, and now she plans to run an organization to help victims of domestic violence caught up in the criminal justice system.
Oh, new at 11, a person driving erratically for miles, all caught on camera. The guy following the woman, and he called 911.
But we're learning tonight that there weren't enough troopers to respond to his call. 4 in Your Corner investigator Stephanie Tinoco live with us now with more on what she uncovered here. Stephanie?
Well, Amy, the man who dialed 911 says he mounted his phone on his truck and push record, broadcasting the drive on Facebook Live, hoping to put the brakes on this driver before anyone got hurt. Careless, erratic,
there she goes, off the road.
Dangerous driving.
Where are the freaking state police? This is unbelievable.
This man followed a woman driving recklessly on I-75 from Northport to Fort Myers and caught it all on camera, streaming it on Facebook Live for more than 40 miles.
Can't believe she hasn't hit somebody or killed herself already.
In the video, you can see the driver weaving in and out, sometimes cruising on 2 lanes.
Oh my God, here we go. Oh, almost contact.
At one point, the man recording it all asks anyone watching to dial 911 after multiple attempts dialing star FHP and calling police.
Please, God, send a cop. Where the heck are you guys?
What was the most alarming thing for you?
It's the lack of response from FHP.
He tells me he followed the woman for more than an hour, watching her collide with a guardrail, afraid someone would get killed. And now he has one question he wants answered.
What was the delay in the response to a drunk driver?
A spokesperson with FHP tells me dispatchers received multiple calls matching the description of this car. I'm told there wasn't any troopers in the remote area. They were responding to other incidents at the time. When a trooper did respond, he didn't find the driver, but the information was shared with other agencies in the area to be on the lookout.
They definitely put the community at risk by not responding to the incident. Man, this is a mess.
A spokesperson with FHP reassures me a trooper was on his way to find the car but didn't spot it. He says the first time dispatchers received a call, they told the driver recording the video other agencies were also made aware of his concerns. FHP tells me they will continue looking into this incident. You can count on 4 in Your Corner for any updates. Live in the studio, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
Brand new videos now surfacing showing even more seductive dancing inside a Lee County classroom. Students at Success Academy, it's an alternative school in Fort Myers, seen on camera twerking, performing lap dances, and now the school district is finally fully responding to this. As we reported last night on Fox 4 News at 6, a lot of parents say they're really upset by what they saw in that initial video we had for the news, and they want to know what administrators have to say about this happening under their watch. 4 in Your Corner, Stephanie Tinoco, working to find out if anybody's going to be held accountable here. Steph?
Well, Patrick, there's 3 different videos capturing more than 30 seconds of chaos in the classroom. I spent the day communicating with the district back and forth to get answers about what's next. This is the video that has parents shaking their heads in disbelief.
No, this ain't got no business in the school.
Girls giving male students lap dances at Success Academy, an alternative school in Fort Myers during school hours. But there are 2 more videos of the same students in the same class dancing seductively while other students watch.
This is like softcore porn in a school.
When I first reached out to the school district asking to speak to anyone about these concerns, a spokesperson promised to get you answers. In an email, she claims the school's administration has not seen the video or received any complaints regarding this chaos, and reassures me, had this been shared with them, they would have responded. So I followed up with the district with questions you want answers to. How did this happen? Will the kids in this video face any disciplinary action? And where was the teacher? The spokesperson responded in an email saying administrators at the school will determine whether to punish those involved. But it's leaving some parents with many more questions than before.
Where is the control?
The district hasn't said anything about where the teacher was at the time of the incident or what they're doing to ensure incidents displaying inappropriate behavior are not repeated. You can count on 4 in Your Corner to update you as soon as the district responds. Live in the studio, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
Right. Following breaking news out of Fort Myers tonight, police investigating a shooting near a popular after-school program. It sent one person to the hospital this afternoon.
Police say the victim was shot right near the corner of Paldo Street and Edison Avenue, and then he ran to the Stars complex, which was filled with kids.
4 in Your Corner, Stephanie Tinoco live at the scene tonight. She has all the details for us. Stephanie?
Well, Patrick and Amy, the police have made it clear that the public is not in danger. This is an isolated incident. In fact, they actually know who the shooter is thanks to good witnesses that have come forward and a victim who is cooperating. Now, I do want to go ahead and show you some of that video from earlier today that we shot. I want to be clear, this did not happen at the Stars complex. Police say that a man was shot with non-life-threatening injuries, but it did start at a house on the corner of Edison and Paldo Street. The victim actually ran to the Stars complex where there were about 130 children inside at the time, simply asking for help, and that's when officers responded. Take a listen.
Police officers actually said, hey, I'm being flagged down about a possible shooting, made contact with the victim, and he was able to provide us all the information.
Well, I was sitting on the front porch and all I heard was gunshots, and it was very, very loud.
This turnout is exactly what the League of Women Voters wanted to see for early voting.
Makes the league feel very good that people are getting out and voting.
Just to give you an idea, there are more than 400,000 registered voters in Lee County. Close to 44% are registered Republican, about 28% Democrat, snowbirds included.
We're from Chicago.
But how many of those registered voters may be voting twice in this upcoming election? Clara Ann Graham, president of the league, tells me we may never know.
I have had discussions with some snowbirds who say very proudly that they voted up north and then they came down and voted down here. Now, to what degree this is happening, I have no idea.
So I asked the Lee County Supervisor of Elections, Sharon Harrington.
Is there any way to make sure they're not voting where they live and then voting down here?
Well, actually, that is an issue. We've tried to address it.
Harrington tells me there's no database to make sure voters aren't registered in 2 or more states.
I think if all the states get a central voter database and we can put them all together, we may be able to catch people that might be voting twice, but we have no way to check it.
So what you're saying is if someone moves from Colorado, votes for president in Colorado, and they can also vote here in Florida?
If they have Lee County, if they're declaring their Lee County here, their legal residence, we'd have to give them a ballot, but they could also be declaring Colorado their legal residence because we have no way to check it.
So they could be voting for a president twice?
Possibly.
Now, I did reach out to the Department of State to find out if there is such a program. I'm told that the state of Florida hasn't been able to participate in a cross-state checking system because of privacy laws here in the Sunshine State. Reporting live in Fort Myers, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in Your Corner. Homicides have been making headlines across Southwest Florida.
It has been exactly 1 week since gunfire erupted at a Fort Myers nightclub.
Keeping an eye on crime is a priority for realtor Frank Earhart. He says it can make or break a sale for his clients.
Certainly, safety is a big concern.
So how big is the concern in each of Southwest Florida's communities? I asked Frank to take a look at this interactive crime map on the Lee County Sheriff's Office website.
So far, I haven't seen a homicide in the last 30 days in here.
We know just from covering them, there have been many more homicides than that. So I asked him to look at previous months.
So yeah, one since February of 2016.
That didn't sound right either, so I checked the numbers by contacting each agency individually. These are their totals in the last year. The Lee County Sheriff's Office has 12 homicide cases. 8 have been solved. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office and Punta Gorda Police each has 1, both solved. Collier County Sheriff has 3, 2 solved. Fort Myers Police have the most unsolved cases. Out of 13 homicides, only 4 have been solved. Cape Coral Police list 5, all solved. But remember, the website only lists 1 homicide in the Cape over that period of time.
Would you say this might be a little misleading?
If in fact there are others that are out there that aren't reflected here, because I know even like on that June 5th incident, there were probably, well, there was the one there was actually the one down on this corner as well, which isn't reflected here for some reason.
And until it is, he says he's not putting all his faith in the numbers on the website.
I would have expected that this would have been updated at least somewhat regularly.
Well, every day they get up, they dress like this, they put on their vest, the gun, they go out and they face everybody's fears for them.
We would rather be in the middle with the bad guys with the guns than have the public have to suffer that.
Hundreds of officers work to protect Lee County daily.
It's a passion. It's something that comes from deep within. I can't explain it. I've been doing it for nearly 20 years.
But tensions have been high between the public and officers across the country.
Arrest people and ruin people's days. That's not what it's about.
A report by the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund shows a dramatic increase in officer deaths across the nation in 2016.
The officer's going to be on high alert because he doesn't know if you're going to be that bad guy with a gun that's going to try to kill him.
Causes of death vary, but just this weekend, 4 officers were shot nationwide, including this Sanibel police officer who was conducting a routine traffic stop before a bullet pierced his shoulder.
It's a pretty tragic event. I mean, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to me. It can happen to anybody I work with.
So how do officers protecting our communities in Southwest Florida face their everyday duties in today's tense climate?
What we'll do is we'll mentally prepare and we'll expect the worst so that if it does happen, we're prepared for it.
Agencies I spoke with in Southwest Florida say their relationships are better than most cities around the country.
We have a great relationship with our citizens.
You know, our community relations is getting better.
But each department is still fighting misconceptions about the job.
We come out here every day just trying to help people out. We're not looking to make people's lives harder.
Because behind the vest and the badge, there's a human life that matters too.
The number of good law-abiding citizens that support the police far outnumber those that want to hurt us. And as long as those numbers continue to stay as strong as they are, and as long as we continue to have the support of our community, then, you know, it will be okay.
Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in your corner.